Hi there, Dave Rawlings here of the London Longsword Academy, and today I wanted to have a little look at some Indian club exercises. There's been a bit of a call out on Instagram for me to do some, and some of my private students have also been asking if we could do a little bit more in our private sessions online. So what I wanted to do is offer you something simple. We're only going to go through one exercise today, but I wanted to look at how we can do Indian clubs in maybe a restricted environment as well, so not just using the club. I understand some of you have got quite low ceilings, maybe some of you haven't got access to clubs. So let's have a look at those couple of things. Okay. Also, what I want to do is try and have a look at how we can apply this to blade work, and we'll go through that a little bit as well. If you are doing this with live blades, obviously do it really carefully, and I would suggest in general, if you're home, don't, just in case there's any little accidents going on. Okay, so first of all, the exercise we're going to do is simply, I'm going to call this the four walls. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to hold the club out vertically like so, completely to the side of our body here. And then I'm going to draw the club down on a straight line, in the same line as my leg, and then I'm going to turn it in front of me, like so. One, and I'm going to make the bottom square here, bottom line, the side line on this side, and then the top line here, okay? And then I'm going to let it hang to make the fourth wall. Then we're going to break the fourth wall, haha, okay? Then we're going to bring it down completely to our side in one straight line, bring it across, make that line, but now we're going to stretch it across to the side, up, let it hang down by the side, out to the side. Okay, so down in a straight line, bring it across to make the bottom wall, the side wall, the top, the side wall, break the fourth wall. Okay, so here, one to the side, straight down, underneath, to the side, up, hang it down vertically by the side, and this is kind of parallel to my shoulder here, okay? Here, then out, okay? Now you can see I can do that same exercise with a tiny little bit more roll. So down, across, reaching as far as I can across my body, letting it fold, letting it hang, extending it out, okay? And I'll do that on the other side here. To the side, down, and here, sorry, I should have done this like so. Down in one line, turn it in front, lift it up, ceiling, here, side. Okay? Straight down, cross, up, and reaching as far across our body as we can here. Pushing up, here, hanging at the side, then out. Okay? So again, straight down, almost touching the leg. In, across, really pushing our arm across here, up, covering our head, down to the side, hanging with our arm almost, our elbow to our wrist, almost vertical, and then simply straightening out here. To the side again, straight down, turn in, lift up, hang for a moment, then roll. Straight down, turn in, extend your arm across your body as much as you can, as flat to your body as possible. Up, hang down by the side, then out to the side like so. Okay? So, doing this with a little bit more swing, we can change the structure slightly. So down, across, up. Now we start making it into a circle. Up, across. Now what I would really concentrate on when you're doing this is making it about the range of movement. So what you probably can't see is I'm trying to get my shoulder blade to open and close as much as possible. So if you excuse me for partial nudity for a second. Let's try and tuck it all in desperately. Like this, okay? So here, okay? If you look at the shoulders here, okay? Across, up. I'm really trying to move my shoulder as much as possible. 1, 2, 3. 1, lowering it down to the leg, across, up, out, then across, okay? And again, really trying to make sure that as much as possible here, on this one, we're keeping the alignment completely down straight to the leg. Okay, and again, hopefully you can see the movement of the shoulder here. Okay, so we're trying to get that shoulder blade to roll across. Okay, now We're going to put a variation into this technique as well. But for now, what I want to do is I want to have a look at doing this with slightly different training mediums. So if you have access to a small dumbbell, simply take one end off it. And again, we perform the same move, exactly the same way. Do this slowly, okay? Notice here, I'm dropping down almost in line with my shoulder blade, okay? Oh, sorry, I'm doing the wrong exercise, so let's not do that one yet, okay? So here, down, fold, lift, push up, and you see how here I'm making it parallel with the top of my head and my shoulders. Here, hang it, out, down. Okay, straight down, fold across, lift up, parallel to the shoulders and above the head. Here, okay, hang for a brief moment, straighten it out. Okay, now if you don't have access to the weight and you don't have access to the club, perhaps you did some stockpiling, okay? Hopefully you didn't, but hopefully you've still got a tin at home. And again, if you make this action slow, don't try and do it fast. Make it about the flexibility. Hold the tin like so, okay? Bring it down to the leg, turn it. So here, twist it across, so the tops are pointing left to right. Pull it across, lift it up, hold it up. Try and get your elbow to touch the other shoulder as much as possible. Let it hang, so you turn it upside down here like you're tipping it over your shoulder, and then roll it out, okay? So here, straight down in line with the leg. Fold it across, so the bottom and top are facing into the sides. Lift it up, parallel, drop it over your shoulder, and then around, okay? And again here, 1, 2, 3. Straight down, turn, lift, okay? So, the next exercise we can do with this, exactly the same idea, is that if you've got a blunt knife, ideally, here, we can work on edge alignment when we do this, okay? And again, be really careful, do not stab yourself. This is really so you've got a way of focusing on mentally. Do not ideally do this with a sharp knife, okay? So from here, holding it out like so, dropping it down straight with the leg, okay? Turning across, lifting up, pushing up, down, okay? Straight. So here we're thinking of a completely vertical cut, and you can work your edge alignment in the cut as we go down. Up, 2, cut, 2, cut, 2, up, cut, 2, up. So you have a very, very obvious action of lifting and cutting, okay? So again, it's simple. If you've got limited space, you can still get practicing on doing simple aligned cuts. And your line is simply to take it down in line with your legs. So it's very, very easy, absolutely vertical. Stop it at the leg, turn it across, and so and so and so, okay? So, that being assumed as something we can do, let's look at a simple variation that we can put into this exercise, and that is simply turning this into a clipped edge cut. And all I want you to do for this is this simple variation. From the point where you are holding the arm here horizontally and in profile, simply turn the hand down at this point, okay? So you bring across your body, you lift up, and all of these parts are exactly the same. Lift, hang, come out, snap the cut. And don't try and do this with any vigor. Simply turn, okay? So from this point at this height, turn the wrist. Imagine you're doing a clip cut. Clip here with the wrist. 1, clip, pull across, up, down, turn the clip through here. 1, clip, 2, okay? Now you don't need to do this earlier than this, because simply look at the height of the top of the club. This is sufficient to do your clip in the straight line here, okay? Same as before, to the side, to the top, hang for the briefest moment, to the side, turn the clip right upside down, so we're hanging here. Bring to the low position, across the body, up, over, hang for the briefest moment, to straight, clip, roll, okay? So it then becomes like so, okay? And again, as much as possible, I would focus very much on not trying to get vigor into this, try and get flexibility. Try and get relaxed as you're doing the exercise. Okay, again, if you only have access to something like a tin, just think of the top and the bottom. Doing this fast, doing this hard is not the issue. If you want, use a bigger tin, okay? Get some exercise on that, okay? So here all we're doing, getting to this position, turning, scooping up, over, scoop. Here, push up through the exercise, okay? Here, through, over, down, okay? Okay, so again, all we have here, we turn the tin upside down, we bring it down, face it inwards, lift it up so it's facing normally, horizontal, let it hang so we're trying to tip it out, then here, straight, turn over. Okay, so this time now here, we're clipping, cutting like so. Okay, so again, were we to do this with the knife, here, one, clip, through, down, up, two, clip, up, round, down, straight, clip, round, to here, clip. Okay, now there are other simple little variations that we can put into this exercise, and they are very, very simple, and really all they are is differences in the size of rotation. Okay, so the broadest version of this move, for example, would be to go through here, to swing this very, very wide, to push up at its highest point, and to reach out and back and as wide as we can. Still maintaining those aspects of profile here. Okay, but also we can roll these moves very small. Okay, so from this point here, I'm hanging, if you think like almost like Schlüssel here. Okay, lift and roll. Okay, so all you need to do to add variation to that is extend and change how far you go in the roll. Okay, so it's a very, very simple exercise, very easy to do on both sides. Don't try and make it into something complex. Again, look at how you can practice your alignment if you're doing the blades. If you're doing the clip, obviously here we can just turn, and again think of your alignment in that cut. Just think of how high you can do this roll, how big you can do it, how far you can reach across. You can start turning this exercise in here to get some more rotation in your body, but initially I'd really start working, particularly if you're using a limited, restricted range of movement like a mouse, concentrate on opening the shoulder to start off with. Okay, so I hope this has been useful. I will do more exercises in the future, and keep yourself safe. If you have any questions about the use of tin cans, please do get in touch, and I'll speak to you very soon. Take care.